Hi everyone, I'm Jacqui and welcome back to day 6 of my 7-day summer tone up challenge. Today is arms day. We're going to be building strength and toning our arms and our shoulders. And if you're like me, this is the weakest part of my body and definitely something I still need to work on. So don't be too hard on yourself. We only got one more day to go after this. Please head over to Instagram and share your practice. Connect with me and tag me at Jacqui Noel Yoga and hashtag summer tone up so I can follow along with your progress. And please make sure to subscribe to my channel, hit the bell icon also so you can be notified whenever I upload a new video. All right, let's head on over to the mat and we'll get started. Let's come to our Virasana or hero pose to start off with. Take a breath in. We'll open the arms to either side in cactus, so it's 90 degrees on either side. Then breathe and reach the arms up to the sky, keeping them on the same plane, really keeping the shoulders down, shoulder blades down, engaging through the core. And breathing out, hands come back to your cactus. Breathing in, reach it back up. And breathing out, back into cactus. Really send that energy out through your fingertips. Breathing in, reaching up one more time. And breathing out. Hands come to either side and we'll straighten through the arms. Turn the palms to face the back of the mat. Thumbs pointing down to the mat. And drawing an upside down U or a rainbow towards the back of the mat and then back to the side. And then moving a little bit faster. Really sending that energy out through your fingertips and having energy through your fingertips as well. So spread them wide. Try to keep your shoulders down and your shoulder blades locked in your back. And taking deep breaths in and long, slow breaths out. Let's take 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job releasing the arms. Let's cross the right arm over, hook the left arm underneath, and just take a couple of breaths here, stretching through the upper right arm. And then releasing, and we'll come to the other side. Left arm across, right arm underneath. And then releasing, and we'll come to all fours. Bringing the wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Take a breath in, reach the right arm up to the sky, open up through the chest as much as you can. Breathe out, thread the arm underneath the body. Hand, shoulder, and head comes down to the mat. Option to stay here or take your left arm to the top right corner of your mat, getting that extra stretch through the side body. Hold here for a couple of breaths. Really reach your fingertips away from your body. And then breathing out, bring the left hand back underneath your shoulder if it was out. And take a breath and reach the right arm up to the sky. Open up through the chest even further than you can. And then hand comes back down. Breathing in, left arm up, open up through the chest. Breathing out, thread the arm underneath the body. Lay the hand, arm, shoulder, and head on the mat. Option to stay here with the right hand or take it to the top left corner of your mat. Take a couple of breaths here. Reach your fingertips further away from your body. And then bring that hand back underneath the shoulder. Take a breath in, reach the left arm up to the sky. And then bring the hand back down onto the mat. And then walking the hands forward, coming into our puppy pose. Drop your chest and your forehead down to the mat. Reach the fingertips away from your body. Stay here for a couple of breaths. Keep melting your heart down towards the mat with every breath out. And then either staying here or there's the option to bend through your arms and then place the hands together in a prayers position. And then bring the hands back towards your shoulders. And you should get a nice stretch through your triceps and your armpits. Taking a couple of breaths wherever you are. And on the next breath, releasing the hands down if you had them up. And we'll walk ourselves back into a closed-legged child's pose, bringing the knees together. Drop your chest and your forehead down to the mat. Bring your arms to either side of your body, palms facing up. Allow your shoulders to drop down to the mat. Allow everything to relax. Take a moment here. Couple of breaths. And on the next breath in, let's come back to all fours. And we want to walk our hands out just a little bit further and then bring the body forward. So we're in a half push-up position. And then we're going to come down. Keep the elbows close to the body. Engage the core. Body in one plank position. Push back up. Breathing out. Back to your child's pose. We're going to do 10 in total. So this is number 9. Try to keep strong in your core. Gaze towards the top of your mat. That was 8. 7. Keeping the spine and the neck nice and long. 6. Halfway there. 5. Keep engaging through the core. 3. 2. Last one. You can do this. And 1. Bring it back to your child's pose. Take a moment here. 1 breath. And on the next breath in, let's make our way back to all fours. Tuck the toes and lift the hips up. Downward facing dog. Take a moment here. Do whatever you need to for your body just to open up. And then let's bend through the knees, look to the top of the mat, and step our feet in between the hands. Just let everything hang down for a moment, allowing the knees to become nice and soft. Maybe shaking your head yes, nodding your head no. Making sure your head and your neck are really nice and loose. And then bend through the knees even more. Let's roll up through the spine. Let your arms, shoulders, head hang until the very last moment. And then reaching all the way up. We're going to do a series of Surya Namaskar A or Sun Salutation A just to warm up through the entire body. Let's take a breath and reach the arms up to the sky. Breathing out to fold forward. Breathing in, lift up halfway, flat back. Breathing out, stepping back to your high plank. Engage the core, press the hands into the mat. Press your shoulder blades up to the sky. Option to place your knee down on the mat or keep them off. Coming down, Chaturanga Dandasana, everything in one plank position. Upward facing dog, open up through the chest. Press the tops of the feet into the mat, open up through your shoulders. And then breathing out, downward facing dog. Let's bend the knees, look to the top of the mat. Step your feet in between your hands. Breathing in, lift up halfway, flat back. Breathing out to fold forward. Breathing in, reach the arms up to the sky. And breathing out, hands to heart center. Again, breathing in, reaching up. Breathing out, fold forward. Breathing in, lift up halfway, flat back. Breathing out, stepping back, left foot and then right high plank. Option to bring your knees to the mat or keep them off, Chaturanga Dandasana. Breathing in, upward facing dog, open up through your heart. Breathing out, downward facing dog. And then bending through the knees, look to the top of the mat. Step your feet in between your hands. Breathing in to lift up halfway, flat back. Breathing out, fold forward. Breathing in, reach the arms up to the sky. And breathing out, hands to heart center. We're going to do that 2 more times to really open up and warm up. Breathing in, reach up. Breathing out, fold forward. Breathing in, lift up halfway, flat back. Breathing out, step the right foot back and then the left. Maybe this time you want to challenge yourself to keep your knees off the mat if you have them down. And then bring yourself down to Chaturanga Dandasana. Breathing in, upward facing dog. Breathing out, downward facing dog. Let's take 1 breath here. And then bend through the knees, look to the top of the mat. Step your feet in between your hands. Breathing in to lift up halfway, flat back. Breathing out to fold forward. Breathing in, reach the arms up to the sky. And breathing out, hands to heart center. We've got 1 more round. Breathing in, reach up. Breathing out, fold forward. Breathing in, lift up halfway, flat back. Breathing out, step the left foot back and then the right high plank. Chaturanga Dandasana, coming down. Breathing in, upward facing dog. Breathing out, downward facing dog. Let's stay here, 2 breaths. Find your breath again. Find your center. And then let's come down onto the knees. Untuck the toes. And just shift your knees away from your hands a little bit, coming back into that baby push-up position. And this time we're doing the same baby push-ups, but taking it a little bit harder. So we're taking one leg off the mat and then coming down. Keep engaging through the core and pressing back up. And then the other leg comes off and then pressing back up. We'll do 10 in total on each side. That was 9. 8, keep engaging through the core. Nice and long with the neck. 7. And keep breathing. Don't forget to breathe, it's so important. 6. Halfway there, you can do this. 5. Keep the elbows close to the body. 4. And keep engaging through your core. Last 3, you can do this. 3. And 2. Last 1. I know you can do this. You've got this. You're doing such a great job. Last 1. And bring it back, child's pose. Knees together, forehead and chest to the mat, arms on either side. Palms facing up. Let the shoulders drop down to the mat. Take a breath here. And on the next breath, let's come back up to a seated position with the legs crossed, and we'll take some arm circles. Stretch the arms wide, shoulders down, palms facing down, and circling the arms, making small, fast circles, energy out through the fingertips. Arms are nice and straight. Engage also through the core, so you're getting a nice core activation as well. And let's circle them the other way. Taking a bit of a breather here before we come into the next set. One more breath. Okay, let's release the arms. Just give them a bit of a shake. And then we'll come back, coming into a high plank. Press the hands to the mat, shoulders up to the sky. Engage through your core. And then we're going to lower down onto the forearms. Keeping the hands flat on the mat, or you can bring the hands to clasp, whatever feels good for you. And then either staying in this position, keep the bum down, or lifting up through the bum and then walking the feet as close to your body as possible. Try to lengthen through the spine. Maybe you need to bend your knees in order to do so. And staying here, pressing the forearms into the mat and pressing your shoulders up to your ears. So you're really pressing everything down into the mat. Stay here, or option to raise the right leg up to the sky. Keep the hips nice and square. And then lower it back down. Keep pressing your arms into the mat. Lift the left leg off. Keep breathing and then lower it back down. Let's do one more time. Right leg reaches up. Keep the hips nice and square. Keep pressing the arms into the mat, shoulders up to the ears. Last time, left leg comes up. And then coming back down, and we'll take small steps all the way out back to our forearm plank. And we're not finished just yet. We're coming into side plank. So stack the feet on top of each other, raise the right arm to the sky. Really press the left arm into the mat as you raise your right hip up. Option to bring your knees down if that's a little bit too difficult today. Otherwise, if you want a little bit more of a challenge, let's raise the right leg off the mat. Extra core engage there. And then let's release and come back to your forearm plank, coming straight to the other side. Legs stacked on top of one another, left arm raised up to the sky. Lift your left hips up to the sky. Wherever you are, maybe even with your knees down if you need to. Otherwise, coming back to your plank and raising the left leg up. And then lowering it down. Coming back to your plank position. Lowering back down. Let's come back into a child's pose. Nice job. Let's bring the forehead and the chest down to the knees. Arms to either side. Really allow your shoulders to drop down here to the mat. Take a breath here. And on the next breath in, let's slowly come back up And we'll make our way down to sit all the way with our legs stretched out in front. And then take the hands behind you on the mat. Fingertips are pointing towards the back and the little fingers are touching. And then just shift your weight forward until you get a nice stretch through your biceps and your upper arms. Keep your chest nice and open up towards the sky and really straighten out those arms behind you. Take a few breaths here. Let that breath come deep into your belly. One more breath. And then releasing the hands and coming back to sit in a cross-legged position. We'll take a tricep stretch. So right arm up overhead, left hand comes to the right elbow, gently pulling that elbow close to your head. And if you're not quite feeling anything, or if you want a deeper stretch, you really want to think about reaching that right hand towards your right shoulder. Take a couple of breaths here. And then releasing the arms and coming to the other side. Left arm bends, right hand to the left elbow, gently pulling it towards your head, and then reaching your left hand towards your left shoulder. Again, a couple of breaths here. Try to stay nice and open in the chest. And then releasing the hands, and we'll make our way onto our belly. Coming into a prone shoulder roll. So we want to come slightly over towards the left side of the mat. Stretch the right arm on either side, out to the side. Forehead comes down to the mat. And then roll over onto your right side. So you're stacking the left hip on top of the right. Option to stay here. Or take your left foot and place the sole of the foot on the mat behind you. And then you can slowly drop your weight further back towards that left foot for more of a stretch through the front of your right shoulder and the arm. Take a couple of breaths here. Maybe you want to close down your eyes. Just allow everything to relax down. One more breath. And on the next breath, let's come back to the center and shift your weight over towards the right side of your mat. Stretch the left arm out to the side, forehead down on the mat. And then let's roll on to the left side. Feet stacked, or take the right foot behind you on the mat and then drop your weight towards that right foot. Maybe closing down the eyes. Feeling that stretch through the left shoulder, in the front and the back. Continue taking deep breaths through your body. One more breath. And then coming back to the center. And we'll finish off again in a closed-legged child's pose, knees together. Drop the forehead and the chest down to the mat, arms to either side, palms facing up. Really let those shoulders roll down and drop down towards the mat. Allow everything to release, no tension in the body anywhere. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Sigh it out through your mouth. One more time, deep breath in through the nose. Sigh it out through your mouth. And then coming back to your regular breathing. Taking just another couple of breaths here. And on your next breath, let's slowly make our way back up to a seated position. And we'll bring our hands to our heart center. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste. Thank you guys so much for joining me for today's arm flow. It was a little bit of a difficult one, especially if you're like me and still have somewhere to go with arm strength. But it's a journey, and all we can do is keep working at it, keep persevering, and we're going to get there. If you enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up, and I will see you back here on the mat tomorrow for the 7th and final day of my Summer Tone Up series. I can't believe we're nearing the end already. Until then, have a fantastic day. Bye.